Have you ever contemplated how our world manages to function as a collective entity amidst the diversity of nations, cultures, and interests? It's a question that takes us into the intricate web of global governance. Let's imagine, for a moment, our world as a vast, interconnected web, teeming with diverse nations, each with their own unique cultures, economies, and political systems. Now think about the intricate threads that hold this web together, allowing it to function as a cohesive whole despite its complexity. These threads symbolize the concept of global governance. Global governance, in essence, is the collective effort of nations and international organizations to manage and solve the pressing issues that transcend national borders. It's a complex, dynamic process that seeks to strike a balance between the diverse interests and needs of countries, while promoting peace, prosperity, and sustainability on a global scale. At the core of this web are international organizations. They serve as the vital connecting points, facilitating dialogue, fostering cooperation, and driving collective action on a wide range of global issues. From peace and security to economic development, human rights, and environmental sustainability, these organizations play a crucial role in shaping our shared destiny. In our exploration of global governance, we'll focus on three key international institutions: the United Nations, the World Bank, and the International Monetary Fund. Each of these organizations has a specific mandate, structure, and set of functions, but they all share a common goal: to make our world a better place. The United Nations serves as the world's primary forum for diplomatic dialogue and collective action. The World Bank works tirelessly to promote economic development and reduce poverty, and the International Monetary Fund is dedicated to maintaining global economic stability. Together, they form a powerful triad, working to weave a more resilient, inclusive, and sustainable global web. Now that we've set the stage, let's delve into the heart of these international organizations, starting with the United Nations. The United Nations stands as a testament to the human spirit of cooperation and collective action. Born from the ashes of the Second World War, the UN emerged as a beacon of hope, a symbol of a shared commitment to prevent the recurrence of such devastating conflict. Its charter, signed in San Francisco in 1945, is a remarkable document that enshrines the principles of peace, justice, respect for human rights, and social progress. The UN's structure is as diverse as the member countries it represents. It's composed of 6 main organs, including the General Assembly, the Security Council, the Economic and Social Council, the Trusteeship Council, the International Court of Justice, and the Secretariat. Each of these organs plays a unique role in fulfilling the UN's broad mandate, making the UN a complex but fascinating organism of global governance. Let's take a closer look. The General Assembly, often dubbed the Parliament of Humanity, is where all 193 member states have a voice. Here, nations large and small, rich and poor, come together to discuss and decide on issues of global importance. Then there's the Security Council, a smaller but potent body tasked with maintaining international peace and security. It's here that decisions about peacekeeping missions, sanctions, and even the use of force are made. Its 5 permanent members, China, France, Russia, the United Kingdom, and the United States, hold a significant sway, each possessing the power to veto any resolution. Beyond these, the UN's vast family includes a plethora of specialized agencies, programs, and funds, from the World Health Organization and the International Labour Organization to UNICEF and the World Food Programme. These entities work tirelessly to address a myriad of global challenges, from health crises and child welfare to food security and labour standards. The UN's work has left indelible marks on the global landscape. Its peacekeeping missions have helped to end conflicts, protect civilians, and rebuild war-torn societies. In Cyprus, for example, the UN has maintained peace for over half a century, preventing a simmering dispute from boiling over into full-blown conflict. Similarly, the UN's commitment to human rights is unwavering. Its Universal Declaration of Human Rights, adopted in 1948, has become a global standard for human dignity and freedom. This groundbreaking document, translated into over 500 languages, continues to inspire nations and individuals in their quest for equality and justice. On the development front, the UN's Sustainable Development Goals, adopted in 2015, offer a blueprint for a better and more sustainable future. These 17 goals, ranging from eradicating poverty and hunger to combating climate change, have galvanized unprecedented efforts to meet the needs of the present without compromising the ability of future generations. Yet for all its achievements, the UN is not without its challenges. It's often criticized for its bureaucratic inefficiencies, the disproportionate influence of its permanent members, and its inability to prevent certain conflicts. But despite these shortcomings, the UN remains a vital platform for dialogue, negotiation, and collective action. From fostering peace to championing human rights, the UN continues to play a pivotal role in shaping our global narrative. It's a testament to what we can achieve when we choose to rise above our differences and work together for the common good. In a world that's increasingly interconnected yet deeply divided, the UN reminds us of the power of unity, the value of dialogue, and the promise of a better world. Imagine a world where every nation has the resources to thrive and flourish. This is the vision that propels the World Bank. Born out of the ashes of World War II, the World Bank was formed with an ambitious mandate to rebuild war-torn Europe and later to combat poverty and foster economic development worldwide. The World Bank is not a bank in the everyday sense, but a unique partnership with a mission to reduce poverty and support sustainable development. It consists of two institutions, the International Bank for Reconstruction and Development and the International Development Association. Together, they provide low or no-interest loans and grants to developing countries for investments in education, health, public administration, infrastructure, and other sectors. The World Bank's role goes beyond simply providing funds. It offers expertise, serving as a hub of knowledge and advice, helping countries develop their policies and implement effective strategies for growth. It's like a coach, cheering on nations as they work towards their development goals, while also providing the necessary playbook to get there. To understand the impact of the World Bank, let's consider some examples. Take a look at Vietnam, a nation once ravaged by war, now an emerging market standout. The World Bank has been a long-term partner in Vietnam's remarkable development story, providing funding and expertise for key infrastructure projects, education, and healthcare programs. These initiatives have played a significant role in lifting millions out of poverty and propelling Vietnam onto a path of sustainable growth. Or consider Africa, a continent with enormous potential, but also steep challenges. The World Bank has been a steadfast partner in Africa's development journey, investing in critical sectors like agriculture, energy, and education. Through its projects, the World Bank has helped improve access to clean water, boost agricultural productivity, expand electricity coverage, and enhance educational opportunities, thus improving the quality of life for millions. But the World Bank's work isn't always about grand projects. Sometimes, it's about meeting the most basic needs. In Yemen, for instance, amidst the ongoing conflict, the World Bank has been instrumental in providing direct cash transfers to vulnerable families, enabling them to buy food and other essential supplies. This lifeline has proven crucial in a country facing one of the world's worst humanitarian crises. The World Bank's work is also about future-proofing economies. It provides funding for projects that combat climate change, promote renewable energy, and foster resilience to natural disasters. It's about laying the groundwork for a sustainable and inclusive future, one where economies are not just flourishing, but also respecting the planet. Of course, the work of the World Bank is not without its challenges. Issues of debt sustainability, the effectiveness of aid, and the need for greater transparency and accountability are all part of the ongoing discussion around the World Bank's role and impact. But these challenges are not insurmountable. They are part of the journey towards a world where every nation has the capacity to create prosperity for its people. In the grand tapestry of global development, the World Bank plays an integral role. It's not just about dollars and cents, but about human lives and futures. It's about helping nations unlock their potential, about giving people the tools to lift themselves out of poverty, and about creating a world where everyone has the opportunity to thrive. So, as we think about the World Bank, let's not just see an institution. Let's see a vision of a world free from poverty, a world where every nation is equipped to prosper, a world where development is not just an aspiration, but a reality. Through its efforts, the World Bank strives to turn the vision of a world free of poverty into a tangible reality. In a world interconnected by trade and finance, economic stability is not just a national concern, but a global imperative. Enter the International Monetary Fund. Born out of the ashes of World War II, the IMF was designed to prevent the economic policies that led to the war from ever being repeated. Its founders envisioned a world where economic cooperation would foster peace and prosperity, a world where no country would have to face economic hardship alone. This vision led to the creation of an organization with an ambitious mandate. The IMF is tasked with three key functions: surveillance, lending, and capacity building. Let's take a closer look at each of these. Surveillance is the IMF's watchtower. It's the process by which the fund monitors the economic and financial developments of its 190 member countries. Through this process, the IMF identifies potential risks to global economic stability and advises on corrective measures. Think of it as a global health checkup, ensuring that the world economy is in good shape and functioning as it should. Next, we have lending. When a member country faces a balance of payments crisis, the IMF comes to the rescue with a financial lifeline. The fund provides loans to help countries overcome economic difficulties, stabilize their economies, and restore growth. These loans are typically accompanied by economic reform programs designed to address the underlying issues that led to the crisis. Lastly, there's capacity building. This is where the IMF helps countries strengthen their ability to design and implement effective policies. It provides technical assistance and training in areas such as tax policy and administration, monetary and exchange rate policies, public financial management, and economic statistics. Now, these functions may sound abstract, but their impact on the ground is tangible and profound. Let's explore some real-life examples. In the late 90s, several Asian countries found themselves in the midst of a severe financial crisis. The IMF stepped in with large-scale financial support, coupled with programs aimed at restoring economic stability. Fast forward to today, and these countries have not only recovered, but have become some of the fastest-growing economies in the world. More recently, in the aftermath of the global financial crisis of 2008, the IMF played a key role in stabilizing the world economy. It provided financial support to countries in distress, helped reform international financial regulation, and promoted policies to revive global growth. But it's not just about crisis response. The IMF's surveillance function helps prevent crises from happening in the first place. Take the case of Ireland. In the early 2000s, the IMF warned of risks associated with the country's overheating housing market. While the warning was initially overlooked, it later proved prescient when the housing bubble burst, plunging the country into recession. The lesson? The importance of IMF's surveillance cannot be overstated. The IMF's work extends beyond the headlines too. Its capacity-building efforts have helped countries improve their economic management and policy-making. For instance, in Rwanda, IMF-supported programs have helped the country enhance its tax administration, contributing to increased revenue collection and improved public services. So there you have it. The IMF isn't just an abstract entity operating in the stratosphere of high finance. It's an organization that, day in and day out, works to support economic stability and foster global cooperation. Its work affects the lives of people around the world, from the bustling markets of Seoul to the rural villages of Rwanda. By working to stabilize the global economy, the IMF plays a crucial role in ensuring our collective financial well-being. As we navigate the complexities of our interconnected world, the importance of such an institution is more evident than ever. For in the end, our economies, like our fates, are intertwined, and together, we are stronger. As we navigate the 21st century, international organizations face a myriad of challenges and opportunities. The landscape of global governance is shifting, and with it comes an urgent call for reform and modernization. In the face of increasing global interdependence, These organizations are being asked to adapt and evolve. Power dynamics are changing, with emerging economies asserting their influence on the global stage. This shift necessitates a reform in representation, ensuring all nations have a voice proportionate to their global impact. Moreover, the demand for greater inclusivity is louder than ever. Beyond just nations, voices of civil society, local communities, and marginalized groups are clamoring to be heard. The role of international organizations in amplifying these voices cannot be overstated. They must work diligently to ensure that everyone has a seat at the table, fostering a more inclusive and democratic global governance structure. Accountability is another significant challenge. These organizations must be answerable to the people they serve, transparent in their operations, and held responsible for their successes and failures. Striking a balance between maintaining sovereignty of member nations and ensuring global accountability is a delicate task, yet one of paramount importance. But amidst these challenges lie immense opportunities. In a world more connected than ever, the potential for improved global cooperation and governance is vast. International organizations have the unique capacity to bring nations together, to address shared problems and work towards common goals. These organizations can spearhead initiatives, set global standards, and mobilize resources on a scale unmatched by any single nation. From combating climate change and promoting sustainable development to maintaining peace and security, the role of international organizations is crucial. Indeed, the road ahead is not without its obstacles, but with every challenge comes the opportunity to innovate, to evolve, and to build a more inclusive and equitable global system. As we look to the future, it's clear that the path to a more just and sustainable world lies in our ability to work together, across borders and boundaries. In the past 20 minutes, we've journeyed through the intricate world of global governance. We've seen the United Nations stand as a beacon of global cooperation, fostering diplomatic dialogue and collective action, from peacekeeping to promoting sustainable development. We've delved into the World Bank's crucial role in driving economic development and poverty reduction, tackling complex challenges from infrastructure to healthcare. We also explored the International Monetary Fund's pivotal part in maintaining global economic stability, assisting countries in crisis and promoting sound economic governance. We've seen how these institutions have evolved over time, the tangible impacts they've made, and the challenges they continue to face. From calls for reform to the need for greater inclusivity and accountability, these organizations are at the forefront of a rapidly changing global landscape. In this ever-interconnected world, the importance of global governance and the role each of us can play cannot be overstated. Remember, we are all global citizens.